My name is Nakia, and I'm with Divine Elements of Design in the Decorator's Voice. I'm a certified interior decorator, professional organizer, and planning and productivity strategist. Today I'm going to share with you 8 often forgotten but must-have items for your 7-day cruise. If you are new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button and like this video to stay updated on my weekly tips and treats and organizational home decor and planning and productivity strategies. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's jump right in. Okay, thanks for coming back. All right, so I actually wrote a blog post on this last year about some of the items or some of the things that you need to take when you're preparing for your cruise. Me personally, when I go on a cruise, I want to be able to relax, enjoy everything. But a lot of times when you're planning for a trip or when you're on a trip, things come up, and if you're on a cruise, you're in the middle of the ocean, you can't get some of the things just readily available that you think they should be. So I wrote a post on these 8 often forgotten or even not known things that you should take on your cruise. So I'm going to share with you some of the things today just so you can see. And I will link this video, or I will link the blog post below this video so you can actually see everything laid out. So one of the first things that I always recommend you purchasing, and this is a waterproof digital watch. So when you get on your ship, you set this watch to the ship's time. The reason why is because unlike when you're flying, when you're getting on the plane, you're getting off the plane, it tells you the arrival time at your new location is based on the location of the port where you're going to. But let's say, for example, you're getting on a ship in Galveston and you're getting off in Jamaica, and Jamaica's time is different. When it's time to get back on the ship, if you are going by Jamaica's time, you may miss the ship, or you may come back too early. So I always say, get a waterproof one, because you're going to be in water, you're going to be swimming, you're going to be in the beach if that's the type of cruise you're taking. And just go ahead and just get, a digital waterproof watch. Now, this is one that I bought on Amazon, like 2 or 3 years ago when I went on a cruise, and I've used this exact same watch since then. It's pink, it's gray, it's so easy to set. I set it for Galveston time, and I've used it since then. So I always recommend, just getting one of these watches, setting it on ship's time, and you're good to go. The next item, and actually I'm going to be cheating a little bit. I have my phone, which has the blog post on it, because I want to make sure I have everything. I also have a few additional things. So the next item was to take your favorite lanyard. Now, I didn't bring mine because it's still packed up. We just got back from a cruise last week, and some of those things are still packed up. But I'll put a picture of a lanyard up here in the corner just so you can see what I'm talking about. So on a ship, they give you these little cards. They look like credit cards, and it's actually kind of like a credit card because you will use this as your identification. And also when you're making different type of purchases, whether it's a drink or something in the ship store, you're going to use that card. That card is also to be used to open up your door and then turn a light on. So you're going to be using this card a lot. So I always just put the lanyard, put the card on my favorite lanyard. Now some ships have lanyards on the ship, so whether you're taking a Carnival or Royal Caribbean, if you want to just have that, plain one that says Royal Caribbean or Carnival, that's fine. But if you want to get fancy with yours and get something you like my son, he likes, I think it was Call of Duty, so we had purchased a Call of Duty one from Target, and if I can find a picture of it or something, I'll link it up there. But he really liked it, and it was cute, and it was unique to him. I have a damask lanyard because that's one of my favorite fabrics. So anyway, get your favorite lanyard and just go ahead, and when you get there, when they give you your sell and sign card, most of the time it'll already have a hole in it, and you just attach it to your lanyard, and you're good. Now, Kelsey, Princess Kelsey, she's under 2. And even though everyone gets a lanyard, even last year when she was 9 months in cruise, she had not a lanyard, but a card. So everyone gets a card. So what I normally do is just put her card behind my card on my lanyard, and then we're good to go. So number 2 is get your favorite lanyard. Okay, the next thing that I recommend, this is something that a lot of new cruisers don't know about unless they've watch a video or something, but these tags right here. So unlike an airplane, the cruise line will email you, or you can go online and you can actually print out your luggage tags. But what they're actually going to print is a sheet of paper. What they're going to email you is a sheet of paper like this. And what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to fold it like this. And this is your luggage tag. So what some people do is they'll take this luggage tag, and they may even get fancy and print it on like cardstock paper, and they'll attach it to the label or to the handle of their luggage, and they'll staple it, or they'll put like a laminate this, or they'll just put tape or something and tape it. You know what? That's fine, but I've seen bags that didn't have their items taped on it, or it lost or it fell off. So I always recommend these, and these are so inexpensive. They are like less than $10, and you get 8. So for those people that say, oh, you know, don't spend the money, if you're gonna spend, you know, $1,000 or something to go on a cruise, go ahead and protect your luggage. You know, just buy these little things. They're really, really cheap, and they're reusable. So if you think about it, if you were to laminate this and go on multiple cruises, every single time you're gonna have to relaminate it, you're gonna have to tape it. It's so much easier to just buy this once and you're done. And you get it in a pack of 8, and I will put a link below, but it's like less than $10. And this is what it looks like. And all you do is attach this to your bag, and you just put it through there, and you're good to go. I've had my set for like 3 years. They've lasted at least 6 cruises, and I haven't had any problems. If you want, you can even use these when you're flying, because they're just super easy. And I mean, I can't even explain how easy and how affordable and how reasonable they are. So that's one of the things I recommend. Okay, so we talked about the lanyard. We talked about the luggage tags. Now, another thing that I also have in my blog post is that you need to have some type of extension cord, or some type of, not a surge protector. You can't have a surge protector, but you will need like an extension cord, because in your room or in your cabin, you're only going to have maybe 2 plugs. Now, I'm going to give you a little tip. If you don't watch a lot of TV, you can actually unplug your TV and use those cords there. But I always recommend just taking, you know, one of those USB docks, and there is one that I actually purchased from Amazon, once again, that I love. It's really, really small, and I will link that here so you can see, and then I'll also put a link to it in the description box below. So with this box, it has, I think, 5 or 6 different USB things. And, you know, let's be honest, mostly everything you're going to use your USB for. So I only use one plug for that, for the USB. And then the other plug is what I normally have to take my laptop, because I have to take my laptop when I cruise. I know you're probably thinking, you're supposed to be on vacation, you don't need to work. But when you have a business, you know, you have to be able to communicate sometimes and check your emails. So definitely get that if you want to, you know, charge up your camera, your phone, your Fitbit, your iWatch, or whatever. You will need that. Okay, another thing that I always recommend is plenty of small bills. Yes, you have to have a lot of small bills, at least $50 and $1 and $5 bills, because when you get to these ports, or even before you even get to the port, when you're getting ready to get on the cruise ship, you're going to want to give tips out. You're going to want to, you know, tip the person that handles your bag. I always tip that person a little bit more, even though, you know, it's the United States and a dollar is a dollar, but I always tip them good, because I want to make sure my bags are taken care of. So when you pull up and, you know, the baggers come and get your bags, or the porters, whatever you call them, they normally put all of the bags on a card, and then they may take it once the card is full. But I'm going to give you a piece of advice. If you tip them a little bit more, they'll go ahead and take yours and, you know, give it to, you know, take it to the ship, or whatever you want to call, not the ship, but, you know, wherever it goes. You know, I'm not a logistic person, so I don't know. But anyway, you know, that's what I definitely recommend. And when you're actually at those ports, you know, the taxi drivers and, you know, different people that are doing things for you, your waitresses, your waiters, they rely, or they really depend on, you know, our currency. They depend on the tourists, you know, bring them business. And sometimes if you tip someone $5, like when we went to Honduras, they told me that the exchange rate was like $1 for $1 was like $16 their money, or whatever their currency is cost. I'm like, wow. So if you give somebody a $5 tip, I mean, that's a lot of money. You know, that's like, you know, whatever 5 times 16 is. So that's a lot of money. So anyway, definitely bring those small bills. Another thing that I always recommend is packing cubes. Packing cubes are so easy and they're so more convenient. Now, I did in the past, I used gallon Ziploc bags, but I've recently found out that packing bags actually work, really good. So I've been using those instead. So the ones that I just have are there's like 5 packing bags in a case, and I think it was like 20 something dollars. I got it from Amazon, and it is like really, really perfect. So these are what the packing bags look like. This is a small one. The packing cubes look like. This is a small one. So what you do is you pack all of your things in the packing cube at home, put it in your luggage, and when you get there, everything is sorted out, and you can just put them in your drawers on the cabin. And it's so much easier. So this one actually is a 5-piece set. So this is a smaller one. I want to say this is like a medium one. And then it has 2 larges. Now this is like really, really large. You can put a lot of things in this. And it has 2 of those. And then it also has this laundry bag. Now I'm going to give you a tip what you can do with this laundry bag. When you're actually going out to the ports, when you're going to the beaches and everything, you can use this as like your wet bag. So you can put like your wet towel in here. You can put your swimsuit in here. That way it's not going to get everything else in your bag wet. But packing cubes, I'm telling you, these are like wonderful. Okay, so let's see if I missed anything. I know I kind of added some other things in there. Okay, also your over-the-counter medicines. Make sure you pack all of your over-the-counter medicines, because a lot of times when you get to these cruises, these ships may not have some of the basic things that you may need. Some of your Tylenols or headache pills. I mean, even if they have them, you're on a ship with like 4,000 people. So let's just say they have 10 cases or 10 items, they're going to be gone. And it's really your responsibility to have these things. So make sure you pack your over-the-counter medicines and also your prescription medicines, because there's no pharmacy on the ship. And I always tell people to make sure you plan for additional things that may happen. So true life story, last year when we took Kelsey on a cruise, she was only 9 months. She had never had a diaper rash before. But when I was getting all of our things packed, I said, you know what? She's never had diaper rash before, but I'm going to pack diaper rash cream. And I kid you not, like the 3rd day, she got diaper rash. And it was because she was eating, different types of foods that didn't agree with her on the back end, pun intended. So, she's eating fresh fruit. She was just eating so many different things. I mean, she just enjoyed all of that stuff, and it just didn't agree with her. So she had her first diaper rash. And I refused to be that person on a ship going around asking people, hey, do you have extra Pampers? Hey, do you have diaper rash? Hey, do you have, Tylenol or whatever? So just go ahead and pack it, and it's not going to go bad. And then when you come home, I would rather have it and not need it to need it and not have it. So, I think we talked about just about everything. One more thing. An over-the-door pocket shoe organizer. So I used this maybe 2 or 3 cruises. I didn't use it the last cruise because I actually had everything in these little bitty makeup bags, and I also used like the packing bags. But if you have a lot of different toiletries, you can definitely put one of those over the door shoe holders, and you can put different things in there. So it really, really works, especially if you have like kids or something. You can put like your toiletries, toothpaste, all those different things in those compartments, because it can carry up to like 24 different things. So anywho, I really hope you enjoyed these tips. If you did, please hit the like button and then also subscribe, because I do feel like this is the summer. There are a lot of people that are wanting these tips on cruising. So I do have another video that will probably be posted a week after this one, which will go over some of the things that you need if you're traveling with a toddler. So I am looking forward to giving that information to you. So if these are some of the things or the tips that you like, please don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you think. So thank you very much for tuning in, and I would love for you to have a divine day. Goodbye.